I graduated and immediately I was called for a job in Mombasa, also known as Mombasa Raha. Raha is joy in Swahili. I was so excited. I traveled to Mombasa. Little did I know I was going to work in the same office with a relative who had assaulted me at 6 years old. On the first day, he came and helped me unpack. My dad had innocently asked him to look for a place for me to live, and he looked for a place on the ground floor in the building where he lives, somewhere upstairs. I remember he came and helped me unpack, and after unpacking, I had nothing to prepare for dinner. He told me, please come to my house. I will cook some food for you, and don't worry, my wife is not around. Why is this information important to me? Why do I need to know that the wife is not around? Is he trying to groom me again? I got into a monologue. Why does this keep happening to me? Sexually assaulted at 6 years old by a relative. Sexually assaulted at 9 years old by a relative. Escaped a sexual assault by a whisker at 16 years old. Is this happening again? But I wouldn't tell anyone. This is shameful. I mean, I came to Mombasa. I have my dream job. It's Mombasa Raha. So I decided to persevere, and I was very good at masking. I went to work daily, only until one time this relative said in the office, vituko tulifanya tukiwa wadogo hata huwezi kumbuka. This is Swahili, meaning the funny things we did when we were children, you cannot even remember. I kept quiet, just moving out of the office without telling him a word. But I was asking myself, why did he have to say that? Because I remember everything. I remember everything. I remember it was the 1st of December, 2001. We were playing, and he told me we go up to the house. He led me to the bed. Pulled up my skater skirt, my favorite skater skirt, which was red and floral. As a child, there is the shame, but how do you tell what has happened? A 6-year-old mind cannot fathom. I could remember everything. And ever since that statement, I could barely stay in the office. I didn't go. I made excuses to the boss. I decided to call my dad and told him, "Dad, please pay for a ticket for my little sister to come for me." I had applied for a job back in the capital city, Nairobi. And I was accepted. And the good thing is that they had better salary. So my sister came. It was a mini vacation for her. And my dad thought I wanted her to experience the mini vacation, but I just wanted love around me. I wanted that warmth. I left Mombasa. I left Raha. But depression did not leave me. How did I know that this is depression? You see, about 6 to 7 years from that moment, I was taken to the emergency room, and I remember going the emergency room door. On my right were beds that looked like tables, and everything on my right and left looked so gray. If I would put it in a picture, it would be a gray tone. It smelled of cold and darkness. It smelled of sadness too. I was very, very depressed. In Form 4, a head girl who helps other girls, a future lady who prays for other girls. But here I was, battling with demons I had no idea about. Now, this time, I knew this is depression, and I do not want to go back there. Because I was still taking medication within the 6 to 7 years. I fought. When I got the job in Nairobi, I could barely deliver the best. I was in one of the best architectural firms in Kenya. But I always felt like nothing. I said to myself, this is where it needs to stop. I was desperate for change. So I looked for a therapist. The good thing, that was lockdown. I had more chances. The only therapy I would find was teletherapy. Teletherapy is basically the normal therapy, but now in a communication device. Other than that, I looked for a life coach who is well versed in terms of the Bible. Because I felt like the church doesn't talk about this. But through and through my life, I felt like God cares about this. Also, I looked for a career coach, who I later dropped because I had to get my mind together so that I could make serious decisions. For teletherapy, I found Nashina. I do not know her second name. I have never seen her. But this was such a safe space because she has never seen me too. She doesn't know anyone I know. And I would tell her anything without caring her facial expression. And she was so kind. As much as I was bubbly and wanted us to be besties, she was very professional. A few months ago, Nashina told me we need to terminate our contracts. She told me I was useless to her, in a good way. She told me I have come so far and I am doing so well that it is now time I help other people who are struggling with mental illness. I was so excited. Through the life coaching and learning the truth of the Bible, I now know that it is okay for a person like me to wear a white wedding dress, and I'm looking forward to it one day. I can now say I'll accept the blessing of children one day, something that I would barely accept previously. Now, I know the meaning of Raha. I know the meaning of joy. Now, I know that even though I still get anxiety attacks, there is hope. Just like a hand that has held on a dumbbell for 18 years, it must suffer every time it holds something heavy. So I do understand the biological part of it. And I still believe that God cares even though the religion doesn't care. God cares even though society doesn't care. Now I know that shame is a liar. Now I know that there is Raha, there is joy in sharing your shame story. Thank you.